Hello and good morning to all my lovely students out there. I welcome you all for today's English class. Students, in our previous class, we have completed the poem named A Musical Journey written by Manjula Shukla, right students? And then we have already discussed regarding the poem. So in today's class, what we are going to do, we are going to just recapitulate the poem with a summary. That means we'll do the summary of the poem, and also we will discuss some of the question and answers given in your textbook related to the poem. So all of you please get started, students. You can see the summary on the screen. I'll read out the summary, and with the help of the summary, let us recall back the poem. Summary of the poem A Musical Journey written by Manjula Shukla. The young girl in the poem is the poet herself. She does not like classical music. She thinks that it is an unenjoyable thing. She finds it to be old-fashioned and outdated. Whenever her mother asks her to practice, the poet runs away to play. One day, her mother asks her to sing in front of some visitors. The poet screws up her face. She is unenthusiastic and unwilling. But as soon as she starts to sing, she hears her own melodious voice. She then realizes that she loves classical music as it is heavenly and divine. Yes, students, as we have already discussed, right students, in the beginning of the poem, the poet is quite reluctant to learn classical music. She feels it's very outdated and old-fashioned, right? But then whenever her mother would ask her to practice, she would run away. She would make one excuse or another, and she would run away to play with her friends. And one fine day, when some visitors comes to her house and mother asks her to sing, what happens? She's not willing to sing. She's unenthusiastic. But finally, when she starts to sing, she realizes that her sound, the voice of her sound is very melodious, no? And she realizes that classical music has a rhythm. It's very beautiful. It's amazing. She finds it heavenly and divine. So let's discuss some of the question and answers given in your textbook, students. First, okay. The first question given in page number 60 is, what kind of music is mentioned in the poem? So it's very simple. What kind of music is mentioned? Yes, it's classical music. Classical music has been mentioned in the poem. What does the poet do when her mother asks her to practice music? So, whenever her mother asks her to practice music, the poet would just run away with her friends to play, right? Number 3, how does the poet describe her voice? So, when she starts singing, how does she describe her voice? Just now we have discussed. Yes, she finds her voice is very melodious. Number 4, what does the poet describe classical music in the end? How does the poet describe classical music in the end? So in the end, the poet says that classical music is very heavenly. It's divine, no? It's really amazing. Exercise 2, literature comprehension, given in page number 61. What did the poet think of classical music in the beginning? So in the beginning of the poem, all of us, we know that in the beginning of the poem, the poet feels that classical music is very old-fashioned and outdated, right students? Number 2, what is the pattern that the mother and the poet followed day after day? So every day, what is the pattern that they followed? So the mummy would be asking the daughter to practice classical music, right? And the daughter would be just running out to play instead of practicing. That is the pattern being followed day after day by the mother and the daughter. Mother on one hand would just request the daughter to practice classical music, and daughter on the other hand would just make an excuse and run away with her friends to play. Number 3. What did the poet's mother ask her to do when they had visitors? So when one fine day some visitors came to her house, so the poet's mother asked her to sing classical music, to sing, that is sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, right? The classical music. Number 4. What did the poet realize in the end? So what did the poet realize in the end? Towards the end of the poem, we know that students, that the poet realizes that classical music is not outdated, no? Rather, it is very heavenly and divine, right students? So there are two extra questions, that is value based question. This you will do it on your own as a homework. The first question in page number 62 is, which art form interests you the most and why? So this is up to you. Accordingly you will do. Maybe you are interested in painting or drawing or any other art form, you can write it, and also mention why it attracts your interest, why you are interested towards that art form. Whenever you perform that art form, how do you feel? You can write it in this column, okay? And number 2, you will not know whether you can do something until you try it. Do you agree? Justify your answer with an example. So the question says that until and unless we try something, we will never know whether we'll be able to do or not. So do you agree with the statement? Yes, it's very true, no? Until and unless you try, you can never say that I cannot do it, no? When you try, you realize that you can actually do it. So if you agree, you have to write a few lines about it. So students, please try to do this as a homework. Value based question exercise 1, exercise 3, question number 1 and 2, and the rest of the question and answers which we have discussed in page number 60 and 61 will be given to you in your Google Classroom, and you can note it down in your respective copies. So students, with that we come to the end of our today's class. In today's class we have revised the poem written by Manjula Shukla, A Musical Journey, with the help of summarization of the poem, and also we have done some textual exercises, discussion of the textual exercises. As I have already told you that the question and answers will be given in your Google Classroom, as well as your homework will be assigned there. So take care students, keep learning, stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.